on the front foot. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Everton had a very simple tactic to implement, Peter, and they exposed their opposition with expansive incision. This is a performance that hasn't just got my approval. Listen.
Hello and welcome all as we wait for the start of a match amongst the most anticipated fixtures over the course of the entire season. A day certainly not for the faint-hearted. It is yet another edition of this long-standing conflict between two sides engaged in a never-ending rivalry. One that never has and never will lose its intensity, no matter what the context, no matter how many times these two clubs meet. So what a stage for the players to take to here ahead of such an important game.
And Firmino!
It's missed, but not by that far.
That's a little unfortunate. He had a lot of people worried then.
Everton are the league's top scorers, formidable in front of goal. Allen. And it's James Rodriguez. Calvert-Lewin! Calvert-Lewin! And he's done it! A truly wonderful strike, decorated with dip and curl.
You know, I'm not going to be hard on the goalkeeper because that moved all over the place on its journey.
Everton have an early lead. Good start. Dinks one in. That's beautifully weighted. It's Calvert-Lewin! Goal! Hot knife through butter. They have done it again.
Yeah, looking back at that, that's how you play on the counter. Quick and decisive and ruthless with the finish. I thought it was a stunning, stunning breakaway.
His second of the game, and an eye now for the hat-trick. So that's two now without reply.
Well, unsurprisingly, Peter, the opposition look completely stunned. I'm not sure they can gather themselves.
Loose ball, who's going to get that? Well, that's one way of trying to make things happen. There's a few who could follow that example. Adrian chooses to deal with it himself. And he's searching through. It's anyone's ball. Referee has just said play on. That's great defensive work. It doesn't take too much imagination. And the shot! It's a carbon copy of the previous miss.
They're just lacking a cutting edge, Peter, and while that's fairly obvious, the rest of their attacking play is actually quite good.
Everton were imperious when the two sides last met, and the fans are asking for more of the same. And he's there to cut it out.
Liverpool have pushed both fullbacks into quite advanced positions here.
Yeah, that's interesting. So what are they attempting to do?
Well, it's a bold attempt, in my opinion.
Adama Traore! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Everton know they can rely on the counter, and they've just expressed a warning.
Van Dijk tries to switch the play. Robertson going full steam ahead down the left flank. Mane. He's in! And Mane! And he's there to make a great save.
Well, that was high-class goalkeeping there to back up his high-class wage.
They've played it short. Massive leap! Good delivery, but no joy.
Everton can defend those situations better by stopping the crosser at source.
Allen. And it's James Rodriguez. Richarlison. He's had a go! They are rampant! And the lead is 3! It is surely done! Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Well, you know, sometimes it pays off not to think too much about things, just put your foot through it, and that was a good example. Great contact, and the keeper had very little chance.
Everton. And the whistle goes for half-time. As easy as 1, 2, 3. It really has been that straightforward halfway through the match, but very little to suggest that much will change over the second half.
This looks well and truly sewn up already, Peter, but please feel free to forget what I've just said if there's a spectacular turnaround.
Everton, 3 goals to the good after a really excellent first half that's been intriguing to watch. Plenty of highlights to show you during the break. So we're already into the second period. Alexander-Arnold. A heavy challenge. Gets away from his opponent. And the counter is on. Going through. And it's Adama Traore. Calvert-Lewin. Hoists it forward. He gets past his man.
Yeah, he was under pressure to get that exactly right. He couldn't even think of the consequences. It was instinctive and rock solid.
Gets the better of his man. Driving on, he could shoot here. Has a hit! And they've been caught out here. Liverpool are able now to make their substitution. It's been on the cards for a few moments now.
Well, you have to feel a little for the player being taken off here. I think he's been made the scapegoat after that, but I guess something had to be done. I suppose it did need a little change. This defence is wary about opposition pace.
So they're just not getting too tight.
Yeah, they know that if they step up, their keeper could get a whole lot busier.
He wasn't very far from making something happen by himself. Lovely to see. Richarlison! Really well taken goal. Comfort, yet more comfort, easing away. That really was a thing of beauty, curled in effortlessly.
You know what was notable in that, Peter, was the fact that he didn't try to blast it. He chose placement instead and delivered a peach.
The changes then in quick succession. Everton tear their opponents apart once again. They are utterly ruthless. Everton are again so strong during the core of the second half. Once more, it's a fruitful period in the game for them. Oh, no, that's not the ball he wanted. Firmino. And Firmino! He's been bundled over, that is a foul.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but...
Oh, how good is he? He's got himself a peach of a goal! And he's produced a beauty. Liverpool have a goal, but it's hard to see it as anything much more than a consolation. He's got away. Calvert-Lewin. Hakimi dashing forward at pace. He's had that big chance! It's in! And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Well, I think two keepers would have had a hard time keeping that one out, never mind one. There was real venom in the strike and clear composure from the placement.
He's made it three. Quite a day at the office for him.
That defence must be sick of the sight of him. He's been persistent and ruthless all game. He just hasn't stopped working.